Now Roy looking at a 6-point deficit. And you can see now why, if you thought about it, you can see why Coach Rivera went for 2. You know, a touchdown gives you a 1-point lead without a PAT. For Roy, and here's the 2-point conversion. It means that Roy has to score a touchdown to tie, and PAT would give him a lead.
Timeout on the field.
If you just go for 1 and you're at 5 points, a touchdown without a PAT gives you the lead.
Yeah, we try and do that in our heads, but Coach Rivera has a little matrix. It's all laid out there, so it's never a question. He knows when to go for 2 and when not to go for
2. No, regardless of what happens here, I think Roy's serving notice that the Royals are for real. They can come into Logan and give them all they can handle. And this one's far from over. Did they bring Skidmore back in?
I believe so, number 6.
Yep. Yes, they did, and he completes the pass.
Royal first down.
10 yards on first down. He's 12 of 15, 229 yards and a touchdown. Skidmore. Inside give, picks up 3.
This is the 45-yard line.
Linehan 7 carries, 21 yards. 26 yards on the ground for Roy. But in the air, 229 for Skidmore, 46 for Bowman. 4 turnovers for Logan. 2 for Roy. And Roy has kept this game. They've controlled the tempo for the most part, Lee.
They have.
Skidmore overthrows. Fallon was looking for INT number 6 on the season.
Connor McGuire, long, it'll be 3rd down and 7.
5 of 11 on 3rd downs for Roy. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
They're converting those 3rd downs fast and furious the first part of the game, but since then Logan's kind of figured them out on 3rd down.
Jones comes on, and Hobbs goes off for Roy. Big 3rd down for the Royals. Now they find themselves in their deepest hole of the night, down by 6. Skidmore steps up, delivers to no one.
That pass overthrown. Came for number 23, Nate Jones. 1st down and 7.
The Royals have answered when Logan's taken the lead. They couldn't that time. And Compton goes back to receive the punt. Number 45, Braxton Patton, the punter for Roy.
Pretty good punter at that. We've seen a couple of good punts tonight.
Somebody was moving. Delay a game.
Call against the Royals.
So Roy with their 7th penalty of the game.
Back it up 5 yards.
2 turnovers, 7 penalties. I've got Logan down for 1 penalty.
An inadvertent face mask.
So Logan's kept it clean that way, but have had to deal with penalties. Patton's kick.
Great catch called by Jesse
Brady at the 25, and there's somebody that's been quiet this half, Lee. Jesse Brady, if it's possible to be quiet with 9 catches and 84 yards, there's a flag out of the 34-yard line. See what it is, 9 catches for 84 yards for Brady, and we call it quiet.
Well, there's just so many offensive choices for Falk in the backfield. He's got Artis back, and he's got Anderson back, who's been a huge part of the game tonight. Rich is playing really well. Compton
6 receivers have caught a pass tonight. Personal foul against Logan. And that'll back the Grizzlies up. But the Grizzlies in a little different spot now. With 9:31 to play in the ballgame, they lead by 6. One of the few opportunities they've had to lead tonight with the ball. See if that
relaxes them.
Relaxes them, doesn't make them press. And they are offsides. You know why? Because they were going to.
Somebody got excited. Got to get a head start.
So I talk about how they have 1 penalty the whole game.
That's your fault, obviously.
And now they have 3 penalties for 25 yards.
I blame you.
You should. Falk unloads. Artist slow coming out of his break. He got hung up out there with Jake Smith.
Well, we've seen that a lot tonight, that Luke has just overthrown a lot of his guys, and there's a lot of different reasons. Too much air on the ball, get held up in the defensive backfield. Just a lot of that tonight.
Second and 15 now for Logan. Falk in the end zone. Has some pressure. Unloads to Compton. Compton loses the football. Loses the football. Roy ball. And he says, hey, I was down. And the official was standing right on top of it and said, no, you weren't. Let's take a look.
The ball comes out before he hits the ground, and the only reason it doesn't hit the ground is because there's a Roy player underneath him.
Another turnover, 5. 5 turnovers for the Grizzlies. 4 fumbles and an interception. 5 turnovers for Logan.
Well, once again, Coach Rivero's got a call on his defense to come up big. I think Bowman's back in, isn't he?
Bowman is the quarterback. 6'3" senior. Coming back for the sneaking out of the backfield. Touchdown, Braxton Patton. And we're tied. Well-designed play.
Well, that's another blown coverage for Logan and a great execution on the play for Roy.
They haven't thrown to Patton the entire game. They sneak him back across as they get the flow going one way. Sneak him back across the other. And we're tied at 22. And Ikuli on. Try to give Roy the lead back. Kick looks good. It is good. 23-22. Roy back on top in Logan.
Grizzlies 22.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
Roy back on top. We're in the 4th quarter, 9-10 to play in the ball game. It's homecoming at Logan. The Royals lead 23-22 after Logan's 5th turnover of the ball game. They coughed it up deep in their own territory. After taking a 6-point lead and then holding the Royals to a 3-and-out, they give it right back. Brady at the 10. Brady across the 25 to the 27. So now Logan, their offense back on the field. They only trail by a point.
Well, you got it. I'm just shocked. 5 turnovers?
Yeah. Really talked about that Roy defense, how they've played well.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those have been forced, some of those not so forced. But
I'd call 2 forced.
people have asked, well, is Roy for real? Their opponents they've played so far, you know, are 6-14. They look pretty real to me tonight. Logan hasn't helped themselves.
There's a lot to be said for getting on the winning streak, even if it is against a bunch of weaker teams.
Artist with a 13-yard grab.
That's good for Grizzly first step down.
Logan's just setting it up for some dramatic finish on homecoming. Artist with a nice route there and a good catch.
40 yards, 6 catches for Artist. Falk over the middle. That's Artist with the crossing pattern. He's knocked out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 7 yards. That's going to take Falk over 300 for the night. He's 302. .840 to play. Falk's going to keep it. Giving Roy a little bit of their own medicine. He ran into his own players, or he might still be running, but he's got the first down. Picked up 8.
When Falk gets up limping a little bit, I don't know if it's an ankle or what.
7 carries, 35 yards for Falk.
It's not what Logan needs now, or any varsity team for that matter.
Falk, he's close to 2,000 yards passing when you add tonight into the mix. He's got 4 more games in the regular season. Brady. Slam. 14 yards.
Boy, and Falk really hobbled, favoring that right ankle, and he can't really plan on it. Still makes a good throw, but
Brady's your backup. Falk unloads. They're holding Anderson. They're going to call it.
Pass intended.
Jake Smith out there just completely undressing Anderson, but you know what? If you're a coach, you're like, we'll take that. We'll take the penalty instead of a touchdown.
Just can't plant his back foot right now with an ankle injury, and I assume it's an ankle injury that
holding
walking.
against the defense.
And you can manhandle a receiver like that in high school until the ball's in the air. Once the ball's in the air, you better get your hands off. And, you know, different officials sometimes will call it differently. We saw that at Mountain Crest last week.
Yeah, we did.
That's the 8th penalty on Roy.
First down, Grizzlies.
65 yards for Roy.
Down to the 17-yard line. Logan, you know, feels a lot more desperate than it is. Down by a point, feels worse than that.
With lots of time. Falk hit as he throws on that leg. Brady, end zone. He would have been out of bounds, and Falk is slow to get up.
Jesse Brady, a little outside. Second and 10.
And Falk sure hobbling. It was the 45th attempt for Falk. He'll feel that tomorrow, but he'll really feel it when he's 40. Just letting you know.
Come on, Dad, run faster. Shut up, kids.
Now Roy says Logan moved. Logan says Roy moved. Roy definitely made contact. The Stripes are going to talk about it. It's 2nd and 10. It's on Logan.
Grizzlies back it up 5 yards. Taking down to 15.
For 4 penalties, 50 yards for Logan. Did I say 50? I meant 30. Falk walks to the sideline, now walking back on. I don't know if we can get a shot of him, but he isn't. Walking slow. Oh, there he is. There is the proverbial hitch in the giddy-up. Falk over the middle. Brady caught it. Touchdown. Flag in the backfield. There's a flag in the backfield. Let's see what the call is. Holding on Logan. That was at the 30. That's going to back him up to the 40. So it'll be 2nd and 33.
Plants really well that time and delivers the ball right on target to Brady up the seam again, but a really tough penalty.
Back it up 10 yards from
The
the
right
spot of
call.
the foul, and we'll keep second down.
But it's second down and what?
33.
Woo!
Logan trails by 1. 7:50 to play in the ballgame. Coach Rivero's hollering something at Falk right before the snap. There's Brady again. And that one dropped. It was an interception for sure, and then it was dropped. Coach Rivero's out on the field talking to his quarterback.
Number 44.
Talking very animatedly to his quarterback.
And 33.
And he was hollering at him before the snap. And Falk, I don't think could hear him. Look at this. There's a bullet that's dodged right there. Dodged that one Matrix style. Third and 33. Well, Lee, are you in 4-down territory, or do you play to get down into field goal range?
Still 7:44 to go in the game. You've lost your starting kicker for the year.
That's a tough call. Roy's been milking the clock. Falk has to tuck it and run. He's not going to get the first down, that's for sure. Ball's loose.
Just at the 30-yard line.
Falk's helmet comes off. And there's no indication that he was down before the ball came out. Let's see as they unpile the players. Roy football?
They just signaled Roy football.
Nope, 4th down. Here you go.
The official was calling for the football, so he held his hand up the other direction. Yeah, he was down.
His helmet came off. I think Falk's got to sit.
Yep.
He's got to sit for a play because his helmet came off during the play, on the field of play. We knew we'd see that rule.
There it is.
Watch.
Boy, and he just gets
he took one right to the side of the head, too.
Honestly, that could be a penalty right there.
Yep.
And should have been.
Reyes from 46. Too many men on the field for Roy.
And offsides.
Yep.
They'll take those extra yards.
The Royals jump offside. That would be a 5-yard penalty.
9 penalties, 70 yards against Roy. So that'll make it a little bit closer. It takes it down to the 25-yard line. Makes about a 42-yard kick. But it gives Reyes more time to think about it. It's not always a good thing. It's down, kicks up. It's got the distance. It looks like it's wide. No good.
Wide left. No good.
6:55 to play in the game. Roy hangs on to that 1-point lead. Roy will take over at their own 20. They've moved the ball down to the 20. That one just looked like it kind of pushed wide left. Roy has controlled the tempo. There's a lot of time, 6:55. The Logan, the defense has got to get off the field. They can't allow Roy to put together any sort of drive here. Bowman, he's going to put it up over the middle. Caught. First down. Cody Hobbs.
Out to the 37-yard line.
17 yards. If Roy hangs on to this one, he puts them on the map that they are a team that is for real.
How good is that Box Elder team?
Well, that was a close game until the 4th quarter, and then things, Coach Fernandez said, that one just kind of got away from us a little bit. Logan hasn't helped themselves with 5 turnovers. Give in the backfield, nothing. Terry's caught for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, he just gets buried.
Loss of 3 on the play. Taking out 13.
No go.
I think that's what Logan was looking for on first down. Was, hey, they're going to come milk that clock a little bit. And for some reason, the clock stopped. We have an equipment timeout again. And they're messing with one of the Grizzlies' helmets. Wildman's helmet?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably busted it in half. reset the game clock, or the play clock. Wildman, a senior, 6'2", 270. Now the game clock and the play clock running. We're under 6 minutes. Logan's probably going to get one more chance. Flags. I mean, that's probably about all they can expect is a procedure penalty against Roy. They're running out of chances.
Well, we really haven't seen Roy do well after picking up penalties in these long yardage situations now. Second down in what, 17, 19?
No, Roy's passed for 304 yards in this game.
They got two really good quarterbacks.
304 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tight formation. Bowman's going to keep it. Bowman down the middle. Gets the penalty yardage back.
Pass complete to Hunter Grimes.
As he goes to Grimes.
Picks up about 8 or 9 on the play. It'll be third down.
Nice rollout, gives you a little more time away from the pressure of Logan.
To the Royals.
A lot of time to step into that throw and put it right on the money. That's a great pass.
Roy 5 of 12 on third down. According to my stats, Bowman has not missed. 5 of 5, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Threw one interception, I believe.
That's not a miss.
That's not a miss. Just not very good.
You're all right. He's throwing a pick. Here comes the blitz. Up the middle. Bowman stands in. And McGuire can't get there. He wants an interference penalty on Dahl. He's not going to get it. So 4th and 9. Roy's got to kick it away and hope their defense can come up again. That stops the clock as well, Lee. We're only able to run a couple minutes off that clock.
That's a pretty good pass. We've seen that work all night for Roy. Just can't convert right there.
Bowman's first incompletion. Patton's kick. Fielded the 39 by Compton. Excuse me, 29.
30-yard line.
Logan offense to try it again. If Logan wins this game, it's going to feel like an escape.
Yeah.
How often can you be -3 in the turnover category and come out with a W?
Not very often.
Plenty of time for the Grizz. They only trail by a point. As I said before, no matter where you are in the field now, it's 4-down territory, don't you think?
Yeah, with 4:28 to go.
Logan's just got to hold on to the ball. There's the out to Anderson. Anderson puts his head down across the 45 and near midfield.
A great personal effort there by Anderson.
47-yard line.
18 yards.
Runs over the first tackler and nearly gets away from the second.
120 yards, 9 catches, 2 touchdowns for Anderson. Falk throws a little swing pass out to McIntyre.
Tanner McIntyre.
Gains a couple.
Yards, taking down an 8.
Second and 8. The clock runs. Well, they said he stepped out of bounds. 4:14 to play. 5-man rush. Down goes Falk. Lenahan.
Good ball, sacked by
7-yard loss.
Backs him up to the 41-yard line.
That kid packs a wallop. What is he, 5?
Not big.
5'9", 165 pounds. Looks like an 8th grader coming in there. But he makes Falk pay for that.
Now it's 3rd down and 16. Clock runs. 3-man rush. Falk over the middle. It's behind Artist. 4th down.
Incomplete, 4th down.
They're going to kick and hope their defense can make another stop. I mean, it's 4th and 16. If you turn it over here, don't get it. It's a field position decision now. Kick it away. Count on your defense to get it back to you. They've still got timeouts. There was a 1-point Logan lead at the half. They trailed the entire first half. They got a touchdown with no time on the clock. Ball's free! And it went right to the Roy player. Third fumble of the night for Roy. They've lost one.
Logan has got to watch for that ball. And there's a fair catch in traffic. It is always difficult to bring in, and that's exactly what happens here. 3 Logan players around, 1 Roy player right on top of it. And that's all it takes is one.
That's LaRose. He came up with it. So 3:27 to play in the game.
Last time Roy had the ball in this situation after a punt, they took about 2 minutes off the clock. Logan did a good job stopping him.
And they had to throw the ball on that stop the clock. I'd be real interested to see if they ever put it up. Now they just start trying to run some clock. They're going to throw it. Looking at Hobbs, too high. And that stops the clock. And that's Bowman. Okay, so I said he hadn't missed all night, and he's missed his last 2. I wish I could pick the $174 million lottery in Idaho. So accurate.
Yeah, me too.
I would give you some.
Thank you. That's a new car.
A new car. Definitely. A nice one, too. Like a Datsun Hyundai or Volkswagen. They make those. 3:23 in the ball game. 2nd and 10. Give it off to Grimes. Logan will take a timeout, I believe. Let's see.
Nope. Hawks still runs.
They're not going to. No gain. So now it's 3rd and 10. When they're taking their sweet time spotting the ball, and Logan's sideline is
they're
pretty excited about that.
They're taking a long time. They've done it all night. It's not like it just started, but they've taken a long time tonight to start the game clock, or the play clock.
3rd and 10. If the Grizzly defense can get off the field, they're going to roll Bowman out. He's looking deep, and he throws it in the dirt.
Well, it's a couple of offenses that have really tightened up in these last couple of minutes. A lot of pressure. I mean, seriously, you got the homecoming dance tomorrow night.
There's less pressure in that one. There's SC Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, sign of the clock, a 1-point ball game with 2:35 to play. Logan about to get another chance. SC Needham Jewelers where Utah gets engaged. The big thing there, they threw the ball twice, and the clock stopped. Logan offensively hasn't been able to move the ball without some difficulty. And the reason why is they can't hold on to the ball.
The ball will be down to the 32.
It's a 1-point Roy lead, 2:22 to play.
With 2:22 left in the game.
In the ball game, Logan with at least 2 timeouts left. I've got him for 2.
I'd like to thank all of our participants in homecoming activities.
We did a great job on defense, did Logan in the last series for Roy. Only took a minute and 11 seconds off the clock.
Make this homecoming game a nice evening. Thank you so much.
Falk back in there. He's been hobbling around, but took a shot to the ankle. 3-man rush. Falk unloads, looking for Compton. Compton makes the catch at midfield. And then steps out of bounds at the Roy 48.
Compton just lets the cornerback keep running and stops. That's a real tough play to defend, that little comeback or the short throw from the quarterback.
Especially when you got 2 hands in your back.
Yeah, a little push, a little shove. He wouldn't have stopped either way.
7 catches, 77 yards for Compton. Clock stopped after Compton stepped out of bounds. 5 seconds on the play clock. Here comes some extra guys over the middle to Brady, and he can't come up with it. It was in his hands.
That was great defense.
Justin Weaver, incomplete. Second and 10 Grizzlies.
It was Grimes, wasn't it?
I think it was 44 Weaver.
You're right. Weaver. Second and 10. That was the 50th pass of the game for Falk.
Well, we've seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again. He loves to throw that ball around.
37 of 50. 356 yards. Falk steps in. Artist digs it out. They're going to say incomplete. That was Rich. They're going to say it was incomplete.
Bounced off the turf. Back Rich, the intended receiver, 3rd down and 10.
Couldn't tell from where we were sitting, Lee.
Nah, I think it skipped. I think it was a good call.
So 3rd and 10. Logan 6 of 12 on 3rd downs. Here comes extra players, and Falk wide of his target.
That pass incomplete, intended for Jesse Brady.
4th down. 2:02 to play. You might as well go for it here.
Can't kick a 65-yard field goal.
You still got your timeouts if you turn it over on downs. See what Coach Favero dials up. 3 straight incompletions for Falk. Oh, and Logan left early.
Flag on the play.
Here's what I like that I've seen Roy doing, Lee. So many teams just back off and only send 3. Roy's been sending 5 players every time, after only sending 3 most of the game. So Logan with their 6th penalty of the game. 5 turnovers, 6 penalties for 45 yards. And the Grizzlies are looking at 4th and 15. They've got timeouts left, so it may not be 4th in the ball game, but it's pretty dang close. Trailing by a point. Now Roy's only bringing 3. And they're going deep to Anderson. Anderson can't get to it.
A pass knocked down by Logan on the Rose. Roy Royals take over 1st and 10 at the Grizzlies 47-yard line.
Well defended by Roy. Anderson didn't even have a chance at this one.
That was great defense.
LaRose.
Logan LaRose, no less.
12 straight wins in this series for Logan. They're a minute 56 away from dropping their first one in 12 years to Roy. And Roy could tie the all-time series up at 15 apiece.
I'm going to try and get Hagen Anderson. I'm not going to count my chickens because I wouldn't want to talk to me either after this.
First man through. Picks up 3 yards. It's Linehan and a timeout.
Timeout, Grizzlies.
Logan.
But either way, he will get a coupon to Angie's to clean the sink.
Stay behind the fence. The conclusion of the game. Please help us out by picking up the trash.
Lee will hit down to the sideline, see if he can't get Hagen Anderson, who's had a big night. 9 catches, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including one that gave Logan the lead at the half, one that gave him the lead late. In this ball game in the 4th quarter. But again, it was turnovers. Logan turned it over deep in their own territory and fumble at their own 11-yard line. And Roy scored on the next play. Logan's had 3 possessions since then and haven't been able to punch it in. Second down and 7. Logan took timeout. 1:54 to play. If Logan does get the ball back, they're not going to have any timeouts left. Reyes had a long field goal attempt, but it pushed left. He had enough leg, but it pushed left. Bowman, the senior, is the quarterback. He's going to give it to Grimes. Grimes picks up 4. 3rd down.
Out to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 4 for the Royals. Timeout Grizzlies.
Logan takes another timeout. Only a few seconds ran off the clock. Next week we'll see Logan again as they visit Skyview. In-Valley rivalry game. Logan's remaining schedule. They're at Skyview, and then 3 in a row. Mountain Crest, Box Elder, and East that are just tough. Roy's remaining schedule: Bonneville, Skyview, at Mountain Crest, and Morgan. Logan's opponent's overall record remaining on their remaining schedule: 13-6. Roy's remaining opponents are 10-10. Roy would hold any tiebreakers if they won this game too. Looking at seeding. Bowman, not going to get there. 1 yard. And Logan will take their last timeout.
No gain on the play. 4th down and 3. Timeout Grizzlies.
So the Grizzlies are out of timeouts. 1:46 on the clock. 4th and 3. Roy, do you do something sneaky, or do you just kick that dang ball away and make Logan go as far as they possibly can make them go? Last time out of the ball game. Logan doesn't have any more after this one. 1:46 to play. Probably be about 1:40, 1:35 when Logan gets the ball back, depending on if they let the thing roll for a while or what. Bowman's on the field. Quarterback's on the field. Is Roy going to go for it? See if they try to draw Logan off sides. Now Roy calls timeout. They were trying to draw the Grizzlies off sides because it was 4th and 3, and an offside penalty would have ended the game. And one of the Logan linemen flinched, but he didn't come forward. What a ball game we've had here at Logan tonight. Roy struck first, taking a 13-0 lead. Logan battled back, and after the Hagen-Anderson touchdown grab with no time remaining on the clock in the first half, the Grizzlies led by a point. Now they trail by a point. 23-22. It's 4th down for Roy at the Logan 40-yard line. Mountain Crest beat Bonneville 42-0.
Practice pass. Back for the Royals.
Now they're going to kick for the Royals. Brady's back. This one skips. It's blocked! Picked up by Compton! Compton on his way! Touchdown, Logan! .134 on the clock. The Grizzlies should go for 2. My goodness. Taylor Compton. I think Compton may have been the one that blocked it. And then he scooped it up. And he raced for the score.
Grizzlies to attempt 2 on the extra point clock.
The Grizz will go for 2, now leading by 5. That one was disaster from the start for Roy. The snap rolled back part way to the punter, and that's what allowed the Grizzlies to get through. Didn't look like they got a hold of it, but they got just enough. Falk throws. 2 points. 30-23, Logan with a 7-point lead with 1:34 to play in the game.
30, and the Royals 23.
Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
We are back at Logan High School, and a whole lot of chewed on fingernails here at Logan High. And now they lead 30-23 after the punt block and return for a touchdown by Taylor Compton. And I don't know if we can see who blocked it, but I think it may have been Compton. And he just got a little bit of it. The snap was bad. Made the punter have to take extra time to get it off, and the Grizzlies got to it. Brings you back to that Park City playoff game, that playoff game against Park City a few years ago when the same thing happened. Now Roy has answered every time Logan has scored. See if they can answer one more time.
Tackle made by strong appearance.
One time they didn't answer, but they did the next series because Logan turned it over. So they answered after a couple of rings. 92 seconds to play in the ballgame. And the Grizzlies hanging on to a touchdown lead. 5 turnovers for the Grizzlies. 6 penalties. Roy with 10 penalties of their own and 2 turnovers of their own. Bowman stays in, the senior at quarterback. Downfield he goes. To McGuire. For 8.
Pickup is about an 8, second down and 2.
$114 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown from McGuire. Bowman goes to the sideline, and McGuire again, and that one knocked down by number 23 for Logan, McKay Johns. 5 of 14 on 3rd down for Roy. It's 3rd and 2. Well, obviously, Roy in 4-down territory. 2 downs to make 2 yards. Three-man rush for the Grizzlies. Bowman's pass tip caught by Hobbs.
Cody Hobbs grabs that tip ball.
And he picks up 8 yards.
Out to the 46-yard line, that will be a first down.
100 yards passing for Bowman. 50 yards receiving for Hobbs. Under a minute to play. Roy needs a touchdown. They're 53 yards away from one. Bowman steps up. Stays behind the line of scrimmage, finds Jones. Jones down to the Logan 30 and out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say he did not get out of bounds. Now they stop the clock. They stop the clock to move the chains. 25 yards.
First down, Royals.
4 catches, 74 yards for Jones. Clock runs with 30 seconds to play. Roy on the Logan 30. Bowman has time. Over the middle. Is it picked by Compton? No.
Incomplete. The ball touched the ground, ruled incomplete. Second down.
Now, Compton's made up for his fumble earlier with the punt block return for a touchdown. And boy, can't really tell there. But the officials were pretty adamant about no, it hit the ground first. 22 seconds to play. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he may have trapped it. 2nd and 10. Roy's come into Logan, and they've done enough to win, but they still trail by a touchdown. Bowman across the middle to McGuire. First down. 16 yards.
Over the middle, down to the 14-yard line. Roy Royal, first down.
130 yards on 5 catches for McGuire, and Roy takes a timeout. 16 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Roy Royal.
30-23, Logan with the touchdown lead. Roy on the Logan 13-yard line, 16 seconds to play. More drama in this one than an 8th grade girls' bathroom. First and 10 at the Logan 13, 16 seconds to play. Roy, I believe, has 1 timeout left. According to my cipher, and Roy with 1 timeout left, but that's unofficial.
First and 10, Roy Royal.
Crowd making a lot of noise here at Logan. Bowman in the gun. Steps up, has a man wide open in the end zone, and he one-hopped it. Bowman had loved that one back because McGuire was wide open at the goal line, and he one-hopped it there. 11 seconds left. I don't know if Bowman took a hit and couldn't step into that. I was looking downfield. We should have time to see that. He didn't get hit. His arm may have gotten hit from behind. Bowman steps up again. Same play. The guy's open again. And he overthrows him this time. 7 seconds to play. They're just running a little comeback right at the goal line to him. First time he one-hopped it, the second time he overthrew it. They're hemming him in. Look at this. Look how open McGuire is. He probably should have got to that one, but it was just outside of his reach. He had to kind of adjust and come back to it. Or go back kind of across where his momentum was. And now it's 3rd and 10 with 7 seconds to play. Linehan in the backfield, probably stay in the block. See if they try to get everything going one way and come back the other. Bowman to the end zone. Incomplete. 1 second on the clock. 4th down. And this is what you watch football for. 1 second on the clock. You're down 7. It's 4th down. And Roy will take a timeout. Literally coming down to the last play of the game here at Logan High School. This is payback for all the 54-10 games we've had to sit through in the last few years. Love when we can bring you these roller coaster ones. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Bowman's had a receiver at the goal line the last 2 plays. The first play, he one-hopped it there. Looking at the replay, he may have got his arm hit just as he released it. And there you go. 1 second to play, 4th down in the 4th quarter. And Your SE Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, side of the clock. The second time, Bowman threw it a little bit behind and high to McGuire, who was at the goal line. And then he had a receiver in the end zone and couldn't haul it in. He was well covered. Here we go. Bowman delivers. Intercepted. Ball game. Taylor Compton comes up with the INT to preserve the win, and Logan escapes with a 30-23 victory on homecoming against Roy. Oh, we got coaches going at each other. Yeah, right down in the middle of the field, right down at the 25-yard line.
Stay off the field, stay off the field.
Things chippy at the end of this one, but Logan wins by 7, 30-23. Back with more after this.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
Now with print, online, and mobile offerings, the Herald Journal gives you easy access to the news that matters to you.
The paper's here!
We're delivering quality local news to more readers than ever, in more ways than ever. Subscribe today. The Herald Journal, empowering the community.
Hi, I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in. You know when it's real.
Congratulations to the Valley Channel and Angie's player of the game. What a game tonight.
Yeah, we all played out. The outcome we came out with, we all played hard to the end of the game. So we came out with what we wanted.
How big is a win like that after an injury like you had to come back from?
It's all mental. It's all mental. You know, the doctor tells you it's right, so it's right. You can't second guess it. So go out there and trust it like you would if it wasn't hurt.
2-0 now in region play. You go to Skyview next week. How big is a win next week? And what do you take from this game to go to next week's game?
We don't take this game for granted. We don't want to think this game to get into our heads and think we're that good, that we're going to come back. We got to take every game just the same and attack it just like we would every single game.
Talking about that catch at the end of the first half.
Luke threw the ball. I saw it go up and make a play.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Here's a coupon to clean the sink at Angie's. Take your friends if you want.
All right, thank you.
Good game. Back to you, Eric Olson.
89 total yards for Logan, 399 for Roy, 30-23. Logan wins in dramatic fashion. The game was brought to you by Icon. Health and fitness, never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley. Quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley. S.C. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, sign of the clock. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Lee Vaughn and all the other guys doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying see you next time on the Valley Channel.
One of the new favorite toys I want to tell you about today is called the Original Sphere. But Nikki, what is it actually called?
A icosahedrodecahedron.
That's right. This sphere, as you can see, that enlarges. This is a medium size. There's a small and there's a large. But what does it do? Does it just look cool as it opens and closes? No, there is so much more to this. Nikki, do you want to tell us what this ball is made up of?
It is made up of perfect mathematical features. The pentagon has 5 sides, and so there are 12 of them, which equals 60, 5 times 12. And then there's triangles made up of 3 sides, and there are 20 of them in this sphere, so there's 1660.
Which balances out to make a perfect sphere. Now each color, is this correct, Nikki? Each color makes a full circle loop around, right? So the yellow band creates one full circle. The red one creates one full circle, again making this perfectly mathematically a perfect sphere. Now, teachers use this. A lot of geometry teachers will use this to teach the shapes, the triangles, the pentagons, the circles. But what's neat about this is it's not just mathematically cool. Should we show them some other things it can do?
Oh yeah.
All right. Now Nikki's going to show you how this does, and it's a lot harder than it looks, I must say. As you spin it, it will contract back into itself and get smaller again. Now that's one of the tricks that we'll do. The other trick it can do is it's fun simply just to toss it back and forth, but there's a key. As you pull, as you throw it, you have to pull outwards, causing to enlarge and shrink. The other way you can play this is with a hot potato. So if you sit on the floor and you roll it back and forth, as it rolls in the middle, it will enlarge and shrink as it comes back to you. Now, the key is you have to pass it back to the other person before it completely contracts, or you're out of the game. Kids love it. It's so much fun. The other thing you can do, if you wouldn't mind holding it, Nikki, is it actually has a pull string that you can attach here and attach it to your ceiling. Once it's attached, you can pull it and it will contract from your ceiling, up and down, up and down. So it does lots of things. One thing we found out recently that this ball does is music teachers like to use this. Nikki, do you remember what music teachers use it for?
Yes, they use it for dynamics, for louder and softer, and also for breathing exercises.
So we've had lots of people that have told us lots of fun things this ball can do. One of my favorites is this mini right here that comes in glow in the dark. So you can take it out with your camping, you're out in the backyard, wherever you're at, or it's small enough just to be used in the house to play all sorts of games. Also, the larger version of this can actually fit an entire human inside. It's a fun toy. Come in and play it today.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. You can change a life. Visit causeforhope.org to get involved.
Hi, honey. Hi, Mom.
What you working on?
My history homework.
Isn't that Jennifer's?
Mom, everyone does it. It's called sharing.
Is that another word for cheating?
Mom, Dad, love us enough to ask the important questions. Because if you don't, who will? From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.